We're live. We're live with the gift that my dog gave me today. She came up and carried the little puppy over there and put it in my lap. Well, her, she liked it. Yeah, get more light in here. Um, yeah, so it's gonna be about $450 more for these internal lights to work. And I had to run some Romex 150 feet from the main panel box in my garage. My commercial garages have six. Ha ha ha. And okay, that's really not fair. And I shouldn't rub it in. I only have two commercial garages. The other four are just enclosed awnings, carports. But hey, they could just as readily be made that way because they have roll up doors. It's gravel floor, but I could make that concrete so quick it would make your head spin quicker than a cat could lick his own ass. Oh, hey, it's time to rotate a picture today. I will take down a coat of arms. Los Alamos de Miquel. A sign of my royal heritage is Duqueso de Miquel, which I am the last remaining first male, the first rite of passage, uh, the first inheritor of the title was Spain, being the firstborn. Uh, to put up a picture of my pup. So much. And he's now here in spirit with us. So yeah, right there. $450. Oh, so I did buy a new air conditioner today. I spent $700 today and still made it home. $60 worth of fuel, $20 in the generator. I don't know if you heard or not, but $400 for this new uh, what is this? 12,000 BTU unit. I still made it home with $400. I'm my father's son, and I did not fall far from the tree. I made like when I was born, my dad his misadventures. He bought a pair of $500 Sims Indian moccasins, and his dad. So um, born, he went and picked up a couple of hitchhikers outside the hospital. Drove around the block, dropped them off right there where you're at, and told him had a good day. He told the nuns at the hospital that he had broke his wife's water by being rather affectionate during her time of pregnancy. And should have a dent right here in my forehead. You know what I mean? Got low, got low. I would like to sit to you and regale you the tales of the 3 weeks we spent at our Ground Zero, but I don't want to bore you. It didn't take a lot of time. We did a lot of stuff. I don't remember how many times we went up to the top. At $40 a pop per head. But hey, I had it like that. I had it good like that. And we'll again soon. Through Taco Truck or Big Rig or spray paint art or balloon animals. Last time I went to Denver, I made $24,000 in 10 days. I'm a money making miracle. I learned it all from my grandfather. I am the embodiment of my grandfather. I love food. I love nice clothes. I like traveling. I like the high life. I like the really good high life, not the drugs high life. I mean the svelte. Yo no nací para pobre. Me gusta todo lo bueno. Acuérdame eso. Eso que dice, me dijo mi abuelo. Mi nieto, usted no nací para estar pobre. Acuerda eso. Yo me voy a morir y tu papá va a morir. Un día tú vas a estar soltero sin la soporte de su familia. Cuídate bien, guarda tu dinero, trabaja duro con inteligencia. And I have. I've made several fortunes. I've probably made and wasted over $12 million already in my life. And I lived a high life. I lived in hotels. I lived in 4 and 5 star hotels for years at a time. That might be part of the reason why I'm cleaning handicapped. Like if you're in a cast for 8 weeks, your muscle atrophies. Well, I'm not used to cleaning. I'm used to having maids. When I traveled making balloon animals for years, I stayed in nice hotels constantly. I'm making $1,500 a day. What is $300 for a room? Absolutely nothing. Nada. Bótala dinero. ¿Por qué? La razón que la dinero que existen es para darlo. Um, no, really. What good is money if you can't enjoy yourself with it? The whole purpose of money is to elevate your lifestyle. And right now, uh, I am going to work very intelligently with my taco truck and make wise investments from this relatively small hovel. Um, it's going to cost me about $60,000 to have a mansion that's free to me, free of cost. Well, the only cost is disassembling it and moving it and then having reassembled. Well, it's a $4 or $5 million home that in the end I'm going to end up owning for $300,000 or $400,000. And maybe 150, $200,000 will put some nice upgrades into it. Waterfall showers, um, current up to date ventilation system, HVAC, um, marble floors in the kitchen, marble floors in the bathroom, marble countertops. Okay, maybe $200,000 in upgrades. Um, Wi-Fi in every room. Um, Definitely upgraded electrical system. Of course, that's easy while it's being reconstructed. And the 55 acres right over there, and I have secured the deal with that. Owner financing, 30% down. And I will continue to live simply right here. By simply, I mean cooking home as much as possible. Still eating nice. uh, Rice and beans and a piece of meat, rice and beans, a piece of fish. And you know what? I don't even need to eat that much anyways because I'm trying to lose weight. And I love rice and beans. I always have. It's been a tradition that I learned from my father and my grandfather, my grandmother. mi tío, mis tías, mis primos, toda mi familia me gustaban arroz con frijoles because it is a good family and cultural tradition. Which is not like some people I know who can't even speak English. I really can barely speak English, much less another language, and only knows one or two words. Oh, I still love you. I used to remember when you ordered Chinese food at a oh no, you ordered a hamburger at Chinese food in a Chinese restaurant, and still the waitress, she's still alive. She remembers you. So the goal is to have this truck converted to a taco truck within 8 days. Now, the conversion itself is probably going to like a day and a half. I've got everything staged and ready. Um, I have the grill. Um, Tomorrow morning, I'm getting a phone call from a wholesale restaurant supplier about. I'm trying to look at this Monday night. Um, I had $7 after I spent all that money, and then yeah, I've got $403 that I did. Well, I still made it home with $403. I have to spend $700 a day. Oh, and I got my mirrors fixed on my truck finally. It's been riding around that for years, and got my air conditioner in the window. Now I have the other one back in the truck where it belongs. It was a purchase for that truck, and I cut the door out just for that window. Now, is that a little ghetto? A little bit, but it looks professional, and it is mostly professional. Hit it, and that will also help. I'm trying to keep. I have two commercial freezers, two they came from grocery stores. They're the largest unit you can put in a grocery store as far as the chest level size, uh, chest height. Three by okay, no, they're not. The largest ones you can get are 12 foot. And I really wish I could have got one of those to begin with. But hey, with the resources and I only know three or four different restaurant wholesalers, and and try to do what I could. Now I also have knowledge of building freezers, and I could potentially build one, but I think I would like to budget $12,000 for that. A new compressor, um, new condenser, all new subcomponents, and not just like this unit's right here, the best one. It has one capillary tube running around the whole thing, and it gets down to -15. But that's only a 3 by 3 by 7, and plus I more redundancy um, for quicker chilling. But I also want to build, instead of just having the capillary tubes, the tubes that act like a again, um, my terminology has been so long since I use it. Um, the part that absorbs the heat on the inside, that area. Um, I want it to be a network like the freezers that I built for the ice factory in Las Vegas, against a slab of steel that thick, and then this much insulation on the outside of that to insulate that steel from the outside of the world. But also, it'll be like a plate freezer. It will be a plate freezer, I guess, at that point, but it won't have the pot that cold plate of steel 2 or 3 inches thick will be just as well. A lot of plate freezers have a pocket of salty water. What would that be called? There's a terminology for that. See, if you don't use the terminology often, if you kind of like really lose it. So, anyways, yeah, I think that plate of steel will be enough to. Should there be a cooling failure through lack of power, would be the most likely. But I would keep some type of. That's if I want to do that ice cream thing again. For right now, I'll stick with what I got. I have two of the large freezers. One is going in the fridge, and I'm just going to take it out, and that's going to make room for my um, 38-inch grill. There's a sandwich prep table, which is just forced air, and not nearly as good as for because I want to put whole cuts of meat in there for making the tacos and burritos, enchiladas, tortas, and but I also have like up top. I'll probably like have 2/3 of that for taco stuff, and then over here I'll have a third of that area for or a fourth somewhere in there for sprinkles on the ice cream, chocolate dip, banana slices, um, pineapples, strawberry glaze, enough to make about 20 or 30 different ice cream creations, and still keep that diversified. Until I get to that point, I'm going to continue to sell the novelty items, and keep about half of the one freezer for selling novelties. That way, I can have tacos and ice cream. Um, I'm pretty sure that the location I have, I'm not going to have any problems because I'm never going to be in the property. I'm going to be on public property, which is the best way. I'll just have to increase my water tank storage and probably go underneath the chassis. Yeah, I can go 400 or 500 gallons under there on one side, and then gray water straight to the ground, straight to the ground. There's a storm drain right there on the curb where I'll be serving from, and I'll just park right next to the storm drain. It's soapy water. It's not going to hurt anything. Same thing as the shower water. Oh, wait a minute. That's the shower water is even dirtier because it's coming off somebody's ass. They're probably stomping shit down a toilet, down the shower drain because that makes it just yeah. They're That's probably not going to be worry. Of course, I can always buy more tanks and have gray water holding tanks. There's no black water in food making. It's all gray water because black water has human feces in it, and we all know that human feces aren't good. But anyhow, it's been a good day. Yeah. Tomorrow, I think I'll probably go out and try to get out by 3. This is going to be a magic weekend. Um, it's Friday already. Friday. I'm going to try to get out by 3 o'clock. At least ready to work. I tried to go. Well, I paid my water bill today, and then I wanted to be out on spot by 4, and then I was going to go pay the electric bill, but unfortunately, I couldn't find the place, and I gave up. My bill's due today, but I think I can have until Tuesday to take care of this. And if not, if power off Saturday, guess what? I have a generator. It costs me $20 a day to run the most essential things, which is this air conditioner, that light bulb, and the 3 freezers in the back of the truck. So if it costs me $60 extra to run this household versus having today's money and tomorrow's money, which is probably about $600 or $700 to go and reinvest for another for many months, that can make. I made that last I made a whole freezer full last. Um, I shouldn't say that. They made your. You want to get rid of your inventory as quick as possible. That means more income. All right. Well, even though I made probably $7,000 off this last freezer full, it took me 3 weeks. But also, I didn't work for a whole week either. Just rain, tons of rain. I don't even make excuses to you. I don't ask anybody. God. Oh, I can't say that in today's politically correct climate. Yeah, I believe in God, a higher power. Many of them, including the high power inside of me, because man is made in God's image. That means we're godlike. Um, by higher power, I mean executive functions of the mind and the soul. So yeah, I think that $3,500 a week working 4 to 5 hours a day. Uh, I don't even go out early on Saturdays. I mean, fuck. I remember being a kid. I slept in. Well, no. When I was a kid, of course, things were different. We had Saturday morning cartoons. No, you can have cartoons whenever. There's no special thing about getting up on Saturday morning and eating bowls full of cereal until you are almost diabetic. So there's no reason for kids to get up early anymore. I think it's pretty sad. I mean, really. That's the internet. 1978 science. The French already had the internet. Did you know that? Internet computers had to get a top of a one just like this. Another like right here, 2 foot over, along the path that way was a trash can. And so I took one of these and flung it. That thin little tiny piece of metal. I missed my computer just right about there, and it totally destroyed 15% of my computer screen over there. And now I use my TV for a screen, but I still like having this screen. And plus, this is the touch screen, and well, it's going to be like $300 or $400 to fix this, and that $300 or $400 can get it a taco truck. I talked to the lady. I do a lot of business with the place. I do a pretty okay amount of business. Um, I'm a small potato there. But you know what? They treat me like a big potato because in that one day that, well, let's put it this way: we had a long sit down. Uh, Me, the owner's niece, and the head honcho there, the actual guy who actually does everything. Um, and they say, "Man, you know what? You got a go-getter attitude." I can see that, and they see people fail businesses all the time because they go buy business equipment from people whose business fail. And they know that I have a good head on my shoulder and I know how to run a business ship really good. I know how to tighten my belt at right times, and when it's time to break loose and set a few dollars free and just live. It's because that's the whole purpose of business is to, and not be a worker bee. Not be a worker bee. It's life, brother. Of all social classes, and and the Bacardis, another part of my family. And the merchant class is the one who lent money to the royal class. They had the money. Royals had no money. They were constantly in debt. They had no monies of their own, just like any other. But I do digress. It has been a really good day, and I bid you adieu.